Ethiopia has planted 350 million trees a day to combat climate change. 350 million plants were planted in Ethiopia in one day in the African country. Officials associated with this project think it is a world record. The project is designed to tackle the negative impacts of climate change and to prevent the country from deforestation. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed himself is leading the project. Some government offices are also closed so that government officials get the opportunity to take part in the plantation work. At the beginning of the 20th century, Ethiopian forests accounted for about 35%, according to the United Nations. But in the early 2000s it dropped to around 4%. Mr. Ahmed took up the planting initiative as part of his Green Legacy initiative. Tree planting is currently underway in about 1,000 places across the country. The BBC's reporter from Addis Ababa says the initial sowing of this huge amount of tree planted through voluntary work is done. The Ethiopian Minister of Discovery and Technology said in a tweet that a total of 35 million trees were planted in the country in 12 hours. This is not the end here. Ethiopia plans to plant a total of 4 billion trees of native varieties. Foreign ambassadors from the United Nations, the African Union and Ethiopia were involved in the planting work. The current record of planting a record number of trees in one day is in India's possession. In 2016, 5 million trees were planted in a single day in the country. However, critics of the country's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed say the campaign was launched by planting trees to divert people's attention from the problems that the government is facing in Ethiopia.